Welcome back to another live feed. Shout out to YouTube channel. Let's get into it, man. Team on the top 50 true greatest MCs according to Kumo D, the one and only Kumo D. If you don't know who this guy is, man, you gotta look him up, man. He's one of the pioneer MCs of all time. He did a book back during the early 2000s about who he felt were the true greatest MCs of all time. I just wanted to recapture that, rekindle that, what he had on his list, and why he thought at the time they deserve to be on his list. I think it's a good, form of creative content to look at his list and break down why he felt that this person deserved to be on the list. The top 50 true greatest MCs. There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, this guy's an expert in MCing. He knows what it means to be MC. He's an MC himself, Kumo D. He's one of the great pioneering MCs, being with the Treacherous 3, LA Sunshine, Special K, and Spoonie G himself, he's been there. He's seen all the beginnings of it, of the hip hop landscape. Saying he was the triumphant of the first three greatest MCs, in a sense. It was himself, Kumo D, Melly Mel, and Grandmaster Caz. Grandmaster Caz came from the Cold Crush Brothers, and Melly Mel came from Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. Kumo D came from the Treacherous 3. But you look at Kumo D, he went solo, had some success as a solo artist, which wasn't no easy task, compared to Melly Mel. I don't think Melly Mel ever made a solo record. Let alone, I don't think Grandmaster Caz went solo. Might be wrong about that, but Kumo D had some success as a solo artist. So he wrote this book, and now it's number 45. J. Rue the Damager, as you see in the thumbnail, he put him at number 45, Poetic Messenger. Thanks for hitting the like button, man. Whoever may concern, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Support the channel, man. Subscribe. Got 19 in the live feed. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go. I snap fake gangster MCs and make them faggot fan play. Your non-spray, my mind spray, malignant mist, they'll leave caught the funk. The result should remains stuff in the car trunk. You couldn't come to the drums of the East popping that game. You won't survive, get live, catch your records, I bang. I don't game bang or shoot out bang bang. The relentless lyrics, the only dope I slang. I'm a true master. You can check my credential because I can choose to use my infinite potential. J. Rue the Damager is one of the first MCs that openly and literally went on record with the East Coast discontent with West Coast gangster rap. This feud had been brewing since 1989 when NWA was coming to prominence. The media sensationalized it and took away its substance, turning it into a frivolous mudslinging death trap. But in 1994, J. Rue's single Come Clean crystallized the essence of the problem. Late 80s New York, thanks in part to hip hop, was 15 to 20 years removed from any real gang activity. But by 1994, some we had Bloods and Crips in Brooklyn. The elder MCs were disgusted, and we felt like we worked so hard to get away from where gangster rap was taking us. J. Rue the Damager was among the conscious fraternity of MCs who touched on this musically. Thanks for 2 people hitting the like button. Appreciate you. Real rough and rugged, shine like a gold nugget. Every time I pick up the microphone, I drug it. Unplug it on chunks with the gangster battle. Leave your nines at home and bring your skills to the battle. You're rallying on and on, ain't saying nothing. This is truly what the substance of the beef was about. J. Rue the Damager is that unique MC that used the classic braggadocio rhyme style infused with positive messages. The best example of this is heard on his cartoon-like superhero song, The Prophet. This is one of the best concept records in hip-hop history. Only comments I used to love her, and a short list of others comes close. The Prophet's arch enemy is ignorance, and his henchmen are jealousy, hatred, and envy. You get the picture. J. Rue, like many other real MCs pre-Jay-Z, did not see a lot of commercial mainstream success. Part of this was by design. With much music done by DJ Premier, one of hip-hop's elite producers, musically and lyrically, J. Rue was only concerned about the streets. Contrary to popular belief, the streets of hip-hop are multidimensional. The hip-hop media portrays the streets as a one-dimensional entity of drugs, sex, and violence, spawning MCs that convey the attitudes of the streets through non-productive profanity-laden lyrics. J. Rule obliterates the stereotype. He personifies what I call the other side of the street. It's more like a conscious thing, or better yet, not a thug at all. J. Rule consistently represents the best of the street MC, choosing to use his voice and his talent to inspire and enlighten his listeners. In this era of excess materialism, it's hard to get a feel for how the hip hop fan regards J. Rule. His absence on all of the lists of great MCs indicates to me he's not regarded highly enough. I know what this brother's working with, and he's definitely one of the 50 greatest MCs. All right, strength of J. Rule Damage, according to Kool is positive concepts, one of the most conceptual MCs ever. Weakness, vocal presence, and cadence. J. Rule chooses to use a monotone delivery, which can underwhelm the listener. You're playing yourself, favorite record, favorite MP, The Sunrise in the East. J. Rule the Damager, originality, 85. He brought who he is into the equation. He sounded a little bit similar to Guru, but I guess that has to do with proximity. Who you're around, your production team, and a Guru executive who produces your first album. 100 for concepts. I have never heard a more conceptual record than The Prophet. That's just one record. 70 versatility. And some people get locked into bringing in gangsta. I think Jerry was locked into bringing in consciousness. Now that's not bad, but it didn't seem like he had too many aspects to his game. He's definitely an MC, so he had the lyrical side of his game. It just seemed to be on the one vibe that he's on. Number 80, uses verbs that a lot of people witness use. Vocabulary number 80. 90, substance. He seems like J. Rule is definitely trying to touch people. He's trying to make a difference, and all of his stuff basically comes up with substance. Flow, 80. Definitely knew how to spit to make his style of rhyme come across. 60, flavor. He actually has one of the more monotone MCs. A lot of people aren't compelled to listen because of the tone of his voice. He's more involved in the substance of the equation rather than the flavor of it. Freestyle ability, 70. I saw him in the Blaze battle situation. I couldn't believe he did the whole battle in freestyle. That's one of the cardinal sins in my book. You need to be able to freestyle, but if you only have freestyle unprepared, then you're going to catch a bad one. 70, vocal presence. Like the flavor, he keeps it very monotone. He's straightforward. If you're not really into him, then his voice won't really grab you. Live performance, 70. Unfortunately, cerebral MCs have a hard time translating live because it's really about listening to him as opposed to partying with them. I understand what he's doing, so he's not failing, but I can't give him much more of a score because of the tones of his style. Poetic value, 85. He approaches it poetically. He doesn't just rhyme, he actually do it in a poetic format. And the way he posing and phrasing the rhyme has a lot to do with the score in this area. 80, body of work. Though there has only been 2 albums of his own, he's done great guest appearances on some others. His voice on the record, Blase, the He's in House, the albums that he's done are high quality, high substance, high motivation, and high concepts. 60 for industry impact, the style of records that he made, bringing on a small label. There were no industry accolades coming. Industry has a hard time recognizing MCs that bring it the way he brings it. 70 for social impact, the small label and the subject matter. Sometimes your social impact is a local impact. Even though he sold a few records, his impact was more personal and local. If you were into him, you got into the records based on who he was and what he was about. 60, longevity. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he came in 94, came back with You're Playing Yourself in 96. Had 6 strong years in the game. 85, he's conceptual for lyrics. 85, he's poetic, but he's also a lyricist. He's like a quintessential MC. He understands how to put a rhyme together. Finally, 70, battle. He was just based on what I saw at the Blaze battle. I don't know if he was caught off guard or if he was overconfident. But in order to battle you, definitely have to come with more than freestyle. J. Rule is so into being positive that maybe it's not in his nature to really break somebody down like you must be in a battle. 1285 is the total score. 1,285. Average score 75.5. Right, so that's it for that. So let's get into, he had a 50 greatest solo artist list. So let's break that down. As an artist, this has to do with MCs and rappers' overall creative artistic impact videos, movies, TV shows, television appearances, live performances, and other personas. So we're gonna start with number 50. You had Too Short. You had Easy at 49. Number 48, Baby. 47, Young MC. 46, Scarface. 45, Common. Black Dog. 44, Luke Style. Sidewalker. 43, The Brat. 42, Guru. 41, Master P. 40, Eve. 39, Kool Rap. 38, Lil Kim. 37, Nelly. 36, Slick Rick. 35, Dougie Fresh. 34, Speech. 33, Song Dope. 32, Coolio. 31, MC Light. 30, Ja Rule. 29, Big Daddy Kane. 28, Curtis Blow. 27, Melly Mel. 26, number 25, Kool D. 24, Heavy D. Chuckster. 23, 22, Redman. 21, Method Man. Puffy. 20, Paris 1. 19, 18, Rakim. 17, Nas. Ice-T. 16, Chuck D. 15, 14, Busta Rhymes. 13, Wyclef Jean. Hammer. 12, Missy Elliott. 11, Snoop Dogg. 10, Eminem. 9, Ice Cube at 8, Lauryn Hill at 7, Jay-Z at 6, Notorious B.I.G. at 5, P.I.T. at 4, L. Cool J 3, Will Smith 2, and number 1, Tupac. 50 greatest solo MCs according to the one and only Kool D. 50 greatest solo artists. So that's it, man. I'll be back at 2 o'clock. Talk about number 44 on the Kool D's True Greatest MCs list. Top 50 from him himself. So till then, talk to you soon.